What's good? What's good? What's good, family? What's good? Quick, sis, what's going on? Appreciate you for stopping through. G5, my bro, what's good with it? Appreciate you as well, man. Let me turn the camera on, man. Turn the camera on for the folks. What's good, fam? Appreciate y'all stopping through, man. I ain't gonna be too long. I just wanted to report this as I seen it. You know what I'm saying? Now, again, I called it a rumor because I don't like to pass things that's not solidified and etched in stone as fact, but I will report on rumors and pass them across as rumors and not report them as fact. Because nonetheless, sometimes, some of these rumors and things we hear turn out to be true, and some of them end up being interesting. And, I came across this morning with Teofimo, and, this was reported by IFL TV. And, the source, they stated their source was Dan Rafael, who, they say with a win this weekend, tomorrow night, if Teofimo was to beat Pedro Campa, the WBA going to order him to fight O'Hara Davies in a final eliminator. So I thought that was interesting. If y'all not familiar with O'Hara Davies, that's a UK fighter. He's 24-2 with 17 knockouts. He been stopped just one time in his career, and that was to Josh Taylor. They both came into that fight undefeated. That was back in 2017. I think O'Hara was like maybe 13-12-0. Let me go look. But his first loss, he definitely was cocky, real brash, and he talked a lot of shit early in his career. O'Hara Davies did, but Josh Taylor humbled his ass for sure. Make no mistake about it. When you fought Josh Taylor, his ass was humbled. Oh yeah, he was 15-0, and Josh Taylor was coming into that fight 9-0. And D Free was good, my bro. Appreciate you for sliding through. He came into that fight 9-0, and like I said, he took O'Hara Davies to school from the opening bell. Like dude got dominated. He came in there cocky as hell, feeling himself. He was undefeated, right? He was about 15-0, I think 11. I think he had about 11, 12 knockouts at the time. His record was looking real good. Man, he got in there with Josh Taylor. Josh Taylor broke his ass down. He dropped him late in the third round. He had dropped him. He dropped him in the seventh too, I believe. He dropped him in the third and the seventh round. Ended up stopping him. You know what I'm saying? He said they on the way. And know what I'm saying? I'm wondering what's going on. Like this crazy. If the A1 Hoops on, salute my bro. Appreciate you for stopping through. And I say, man, the WBA working, ain't they? They ordering these fights. If this one was to be ordered, they saying if, Teofimo get past Pedro Campa, which I know he is. I expect him to. I know he's going to get past this dude. Like I said, I don't think they was going to match Teofimo too tough in his first fight back. Understandably so. I get it. You get what I'm saying? They're going to give him a fight to get his feet wet, give him an experienced fighter nonetheless. You know what I mean? So it's, the win is going to be somewhat credible because, dude, like I said, his record ain't impressive. I mean, he got a good record, but his resume isn't impressive. You know what I mean? His record exceeds the quality on his resume. So don't be fooled by the 34-1-1 record with Pedro Campa. I expect Teofimo to do work against this dude. Would this be eliminated? Facts, Flossie. Final eliminator, facts. This would be an eliminator if they ordered this, the WBA, and they saying, and again, I'm not going to pass this as facts. That's why I called it rumor mill, because I want to know, I don't want to say I stated this as a fact and then it just don't happen. Or we know they go in another direction. But, I like to report on things as they happen. And like I said, this fight would be interesting, though, because O'Hara Davies, even though he got the 2 losses, and I get into that, like I said, his first one was to the undefeated Josh Taylor, and Josh Taylor was just 9-0. Like I say, he dropped Davies in the third round and in the seventh. With a right hand and got him up out of there. It was a TKO in the seventh round. Davies then went on to rebound. He got 3 straight KOs in a row. Then he would lose. He would lose his second fight as a professional against 22-0 Jack Catterall by unanimous decision. And, you know, on one of the judges' scorecards, they seen it lopsided. It was 110 to 118, 113 to 115, and 113 to 115. He got dominated by Jack Catterall. And again, you would have thought he learned from his mistakes. Josh Sanders, salute, my bro. Appreciate you for stopping through. Appreciate all y'all for sliding through. I'm not going to keep y'all here too long on this one, but I just wanted to come break this, chop it up a little bit. And like I said, O'Hara Davies, man, it'd be a solid opponent, despite what some people might believe if they unfamiliar with this dude. He do got some boxing ability, he got some skills, and you see his 2 losses that he do got is both from undefeated quality fighters in Josh Taylor and Catterall. You know what I'm saying? Catterall really should still be undefeated, and Josh Taylor should then have a loss on his resume. But nonetheless, you know, I'm not dogging him. He lost to 2 quality fighters for sure, and it's no guaranteed fact that Teofimo will beat a Josh Taylor or even a Jack Catterall for that matter. You know what I mean? Being that, you know, how well he showed, you know, how well he held himself against Josh Taylor when they fought. You know, I truly believe he should have got the nod. Like I said, he got a knockdown. Not only did he get a knockdown, you know what I mean? He outlanded Teofimo in every single round except for one. And I just didn't understand how the judges seen it for him other than just, you know, had a predetermined outcome of what already was going to happen. Aisha, salute, Queen. Appreciate you for stopping through. How y'all feeling? How you feeling? But yeah, man, nonetheless, man, O'Hara Davies would be a solid fight. Like I say, 24-2. He just been stopped at one time by Josh Taylor. He got 17 knockouts. He got over a 65% KO ratio. You know what I mean? This dude got some long arms, man. That's what it'd be interesting. He's not that tall. He's 5'7", but he got some sneakily long-ass arms. They don't have his reach up here, but he got some long-ass arms, man. Dude, and he got some skill. I always thought his biggest problem, I think he kind of struggled a little bit with his gas tank and just his mental approach, being cocky and just feeling himself. Like, you know what I mean? Instead of just going in there and fighting, putting the work in the gym and going in there fighting. This dude dyeing his hair colors. He was talking crazy to Floyd before his first loss or something like that. And you know, that was around the time I believe that Mayweather curse shit was real. It was like everybody that spoke on Floyd's name or just out of nowhere, just undeservingly or just for no reason, just spoke on Floyd. It's like in their very next fight, they took a loss. And he was one of them, running his mouth, talking crazy. He had dyed his hair one of these times, running around looking like a golden lord, man. I'm like, man, goddamn, bro. And he black as hell. I'm like, what is he doing? You got your hair dyed and all that. You bugging. You running around here looking crazy. You look like the leader. Looking like an athletic ass golden lord. For real, man. This dude is something crazy. But yeah, nonetheless, man, if he was to get in there, WBA order this would be an eliminator. Gotta put Teofimo in position to get, you know, a title, you know what I'm saying? Or be, you know, it'll put him right there where he needed to be. And that's who will win this fight. I think it'll be a good fight. You know, if anybody's seen O'Hara Davies fight, he got some skill with him. He can box. He got some power. You know what I'm saying? He ain't the heaviest puncher, but he can get your respect with his power. He ain't no feather-fisted guy, nothing like that. He looked like he be in shape, but like I said, I seen his gas tank tested a time or two, and he didn't respond well. Like, and you will see it in that loss against Jack Catterall too. I think he slowed down the stretch as well, and you know, Catterall kept a consistent pace throughout the fight and basically controlled the fight from the opening bell. It was much like Josh Taylor, but Josh Taylor was on his ass, man. And dude just didn't look good. He didn't look like himself that night. And like I said, he got dropped for the first time in his career, I believe, in that fight, and then got dropped again in the 7th and got stopped. You know what I'm saying? He didn't look good. But like I said, he rebounded. He won several fights in a row. You know what I'm saying? Well, he won 3 fights. Let me say that. He won 3 fights in a row before losing to Jack Catterall. It was 22-0. Jack Catterall beat him by unanimous decision. That was in 2018. So since then, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's reeled off 6 straight wins. You know what I'm saying? 6 straight wins. And how many knockouts in this stretch? He got 4 knockouts in this stretch and you know, 2 decisions since losing his second fight in 2018. So, you know, dude basically riding, he ain't lost since 2018. He riding about a 5-fight win streak. 6 fights, my bad. 6-fight win streak. So I don't know, man. We gonna see. We gonna see what shakes out, because like one reason I wanted to do this so early. I wanted to do it kind of when I seen it. You know what I'm saying? Because you know how boxing information changed from day to day. It'd be this one minute, then they'd be shooting it down the next. Like, I think Teo beats Davies in a tough fight. Nothing easy. Yeah, I'm with you. I could definitely lean towards that happening. Teo in a competitive fight, if not straight up just a tough fight, I could see that being a competitive fight for him. And as long as dude is being responsible on defense, he could avoid being knocked out. Because although Teo could punch, he ain't the biggest puncher in the world. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like he running around just one shot knocking people out. But he has done it in his career. But you give him if he's not truly a one-shot guy, I don't think so. You know what I'm saying? I don't think so. Well, opposite of what I said, Teo beats Davies easily. Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if that happened either. You know what I'm saying? Because it'd just be mental. Like the losses with Davies, to me, it's not a physical thing. And of course, it's gonna be skill to some degree, but it'd be his mental, yo. He be feeling himself. He don't be humble enough in that ring. And it's like, maybe you ain't putting in the work that you think you putting in. So when he be getting in there, he don't be just don't be as focused as it seemed like he could be. He like the trash talking aspect of the game more than actually just training, showing up, and then fighting. That's what his problem. Like, how do you get into like a back and forth with floor? Like I ain't saying you can't hold your own, but you going back and forth with floor, you get your ass right in there in your next fight against Taylor and get stopped. You know what I'm saying? Immediately. Like, you got stopped. You ain't just get dropped. You got stopped. You got beat up, dominated, and stopped. You know what I'm saying? Embarrassed. Focus Teo knocking dudes' heads off, no doubt. I was speaking on Teo yesterday on my live when I was on a focused Teo is a dangerous Teo, and that's good for boxing. That's great for boxing, actually. You know what I'm saying? Mentally locked in and physically prepared, Teofimo Lopez is great for boxing. And that's where I hope that's the kind of performance I hope we see Saturday night. Ain't like I ain't one of those dudes. I ain't praying on his downfall now. And I want to see him do well, because the better he does, the better it is for boxing. As long as he can keep his mental in check and his emotions and not allow his father's vision of him just being the greatest thing since sliced bread affect the way he approaches training and he puts his everything into it, think he'd be all right. But I think at some point it would serve him good. It'll do him some good in his career to go seek further help or some instruction from somebody outside of his pops. Kurt, was good with it, my bro. Appreciate you sliding through. How you feeling, my brother? Bruce Gas, salute to you, OG. Appreciate you stopping through. How you feeling? So yeah, man, Teofimo do that, and like I say, he looked focused. He looked like he in good shape. Out of all the things I heard him say, I only heard him say one or two things I didn't like. You know what I'm saying? And I always say this: I'm a firm believer. If you listen to anybody long enough, you're gonna hear something from them that you don't like. I was just looking to see like how outlandish he might have been with some of the things he was saying, and I wanted to be clear: it wasn't him so much guaranteeing a knockout; it's his pops that's doing it. So. That again, like that's just not that's unnecessary added pressure in a performance when you don't need that. Just come back and perform, like, you know what I'm saying? And people will respect you for that. You don't got to convince nobody that you're going to get a knockout. You know what I'm saying? Just go in there, fight your fight. I mean, I hate to say listen to the instructions, because no disrespect, that his pops to me, like he's a limited trainer. I don't want to say he's not a good trainer. He could be decent, but he's limited to me because when things are not going well, his instructions or lack thereof left his son hanging in the biggest moment of his career, and that just wasn't a good look. So maybe, I don't know if they ever had a heart-to-heart or a real talk, but he got very bad instruction in that ring, and that's a big reason, one of the big reasons why he lost. His pops wasn't able to reel him back in. You was nowhere in hell, your son. You was supposed to allow him to go out there in that first round being emotional like that. That should have been discussed and talked through over and over and over and over again, and again be on the build up and lead up to the fight. Y'all had so long before the fight actually took place. You get what I'm saying? And I think that ended up hurting him too. The fight actually taking that long to take place against Kambosos, it just gave him more and more time to just mentally unravel. And it just all came at the worst of time, I believe, for Teofimo. And he, luckily for him, that he's as talented as, or fortunately, should I say, for him, he's as talented as he is. And he was able to still navigate given the physical condition he was in, he was able to navigate through them rounds with Kambosos and knock him down late and still, you know, fight to a split decision loss. Like, so again, it wasn't like he got dominated and nothing like that. You just lost. You got beat convincingly. To me, it wasn't like a blowout, but he got beat handily, you know, large in part because of himself. Emotions not being in check, you not being there mentally. You going through too much stuff. You took your outside stuff inside the ring with you on fight night, and it showed and it hurt you. And then and your time of need and your biggest moments, your dad just, he was nowhere to be found. It was just like he was a body in the corner, but it was all for nothing because he went from telling you to, what are you doing? Get this guy out of there, knock him out, to turning right around and saying, like, what's, you know, take your time, be patient. Like, it's like, what the hell? What the hell? You telling them shit, but you're not telling them how to do it. And then you're telling them two different things all in a 60-second period. Just think about how confusing that is. And he already going through the motions. Damn, I done got dropped. Again, I done came out early, lost the first round. Like, he all in his head. I don't hear his father motivating him in the corner. Like, you ever heard Derek James in the corner? Did you happen to hear any of that shit that he was saying to Spence even before the fucking fight started, and the shit that he said right after the fight ended? That should get you pumped to watch the next performance from them as a team, because Derek James would get you amped to watch a fight. Here, you see, he said something to Spence. Spence accept accountability for the mistake he was making against Ugas. They was on the same exact page in the corner. Spence said he was getting a little careless. You know, they just giving dialogue, self-accountability. He telling EJ what he needed to do. EJ completely 100% reactive and responsive. And then he went out there and got the stoppage. You get what I'm saying? It's like, yo, man, a trainer is very, very important, not just in the gym, but under them lights, man. Whoever is able to, you know, get something out of their fighter, generate, you know, it's like some energy out of them and get them to respond to something that you're asking them to do in the ring that's going to help them win a fight. That's a special kind of trainer to me. They all can't do that. They all can't do that. Kambosos was horrible. Lost. Kambosos was a fake. That's how I know he was definitely not focused facts. Because he wanted Kambosos, and no disrespect to him, you got the belts, I get all of that, but he's a prime example of what my definition of a belt holder is, or a title holder. You wasn't a true champion. Like, I get it, you won the belt, I get that, but you was a title holder, dude. In your very next fight, you gave that motherfucker up, and not only did you give it up, you lost every round. You pretty much lost. You got dominated. You lost every round. So you was a belt holder to me. You was a title holder. You wasn't no true champion. Now, by the definition, you know, in the books, it's going to say you was a world champion. I get that. But, man, that stint was quick as hell. And it's crazy. That's why he stalled this situation out the way he did. He was willing to take the loss, and not even to make this about Kambosos, but we're going to cook on it while it's relevant. He wanted to take what would be looked at as a safer loss. If you lost to Lomachenko, oh, it was the great Vasil Lomachenko that I lost, so I was supposed to lose to him. That type of mentality, you know what I'm saying? But had it been Devin Haney, which it ended up being anyway, you just seemed like he wasn't losing. Not only he wasn't comfortable and cool with losing, not only to this quote unquote kid and snitch and rat that Dev Haney is, but he ain't want to lose to, you know, one of the folks, you know. So I think that's why he took his 5 minutes of fame that he got after beating Teofimo in the upset, and he milked that shit for some months. You know what I'm saying? He milked it. I give him that. He milked the hell out of this opportunity. And I always said his fall from grace was going to be one of the worst, because I believe the titles blinded him. Like, he got them titles immediately, and it's just like clouded his judgment. He started talking different, talking like he above the other fighters in the division. I hate when fighters talk like that. The belts do not mean that you are above everybody else in your division in that sense. Like, that just means you fought whoever you fought for the belts, you did your thing and beat them. It's still other fighters that you haven't faced to solidify yourself for you to talk the way he was talking. And I hate fighters that do that. You get a belt, now it's all, won't they fight? Won't they do something? They gotta get a belt or something. Nah, man, a belt don't determine quality, man. A belt don't determine quality, and it should be pissing me off when any fighter is pushing that. I'm not backing that. I get it sometimes when you at a specific point in your career and you like, you know what, without a belt, I'm not fighting you because it makes no sense. I get that, but everybody can't just be running around yelling that shit. Like, I don't care what you say. Tank Davis got a belt and Devin Haney didn't, and that was the next fight, and it made sense. I don't want to hear Tank Davis saying to him, yo, you got to get a belt for us to fight. Get the hell out of here. That's going to be a good fight with or without the belt. Fights and quality is not determined by the belt. The belt just adds more pressure for the fighter, and it makes it a bigger event altogether for the fans. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he needs to let somebody else take the wheel. T.O. Facts. Skywalker, my brody. Salute to Skywalker. Appreciate you for stopping through, my bro. Appreciate you, lady dude. I'm trying to. Thank you for being here. You already know. I know the family smashed the like button. I ain't gonna keep y'all too much longer, but we're gonna cook on it a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, that man took that little 15 minutes of fame, or 5 minutes. He took his 15 minutes of fame and stretched the hell out of that. That was a long ass 15 minutes, George. But you lost, and now we where we at. But like I was saying, man, if the belts don't determine quality, and a lot of times you hear the fighters say that. I get it. Like when it makes sense, you don't want to go backwards in your career. You want to go forwards. But I think when you at the level that of a Dev Haney, a Tank Davis, Shakur Stevenson, you know what I mean? Guys like that, even Lomachenko, the belts don't determine the quality of the fight. The fighters involved in the fight determines the quality. The belts are just an extra prize and leverage for the fighter that wins them. But the belts don't do nothing for us. Like, I mean, we seen title fights be trash before. You've seen weak title fights. You get what I'm saying? Depending on who's participating in that fight. And again, that just adds to my point. The belts are not what gives us the quality that we want. The level of opponent and the quality of the fighter determines the outcome, you know what I mean? Or the quality of the product being put out there. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter who got the belts. If you shitty, you shitty. You know what I mean? If your level is low, you just not that high of a level fighter, then it's just what it is. And perfect example of another belt holder, and no disrespect to him, unified champion, you call him whatever. Yeah, he can have all of that. But that was Julius Ndongo. He was another one, man. Yeah, I'm trying to think that he even defend his, and even if he did, he just wasn't that high level guy. And that's the perfect example of another, like a belt holder, title holder. He had that belt, had them belts for a little while, but as soon as you got put to your first real test, you got destroyed. Like, it ain't even about just losing. You get washed. Like, it's not even competitive. That tells me something about the level of fighter. Although you went in there with a dog, and you get completely dogged out. It just say something about you as a fighter. But again, man, just so I could before I let y'all get back out of here, I'm gonna speak on this a little bit. Like I said, the WBA, they making moves, they're making some moves, they're making some big moves. Well, allegedly or supposedly, some of the moves they have may have been big, but this will be considered, I think, a big move because it's gonna be important. You know, like what Teofimo, who he's matched up with from this point on. I just wish they were less belts in boxing pair. I feel like fighters would be forced to fight each other. Yeah, because the belts wouldn't really be able to be an excuse no more, Mr. Chop Top. That's what it is, bro. So I'm with you. But you know what? At the same time, I feel like one per sanctioning body, say the 4 major sanctioning bodies. I feel like that's just enough. But I know some people feel like it's a lot. It should be like 1 per weight class. I ain't mad at that either, but I'm not necessarily mad at one. But it's a lot of other little belts and all this other shit. It do be too many. And I just think it creates like a diversion, and like sometimes people lose focus, and you know, we start falling for that belt shit, and we start talking like that, man. We don't need to be talking like that. Lady Skywalker, appreciate you for stopping through. How you feeling, Queen? Appreciate you for stopping through. Hold on, is you wrenched up? Nope, I got you right now. Mr. Chop Top, I got you too, Brody, because you be coming through. All right, there we go. It's okay, y'all. Tighten both of y'all up, so y'all good. But yeah, it's gonna be how T.O. is matched up at 140 is gonna be very important in my opinion moving forward. You know what I'm saying? My thing is who do y'all as a family that's still in the building? Who y'all think should be a fight next for Teofimo? Because I know, you know, I expect him to get past this guy. And he better be impressive because people gonna be on his ass if he's not impressive against this dude we never heard of. Like, we just don't know no Pedro Campa. I'm sorry. And none of them fights he had. Man had 36 fights, and we ain't seen none of them. I mean, I think I speak for several people when I say we ain't seen too much of this dude. So we gotta go back and watch film. And like I said, from the film I seen he's offensive. He's like offensive minded. He's willing to let his hands go, and he ain't hesitant to let them hands go. But he, in the process of him letting his hands go, he lacks the defensive responsibility that he need at the top elite level. And I do believe Tio was hovering somewhere around that elite level. You know what I'm saying? I don't think no problem, Lady Skywalker. I appreciate you coming to support. As always, as my bro Skywalker always holding me down. So yeah, man, y'all come through. So y'all the family. So I had to show y'all that love, definitely for sure. But yeah, I think how they match Teofimo up at 140 is going to be very important for how his career is going to move, and the amount of success that they're expecting to have at 140. I hear him mentioning, the likes of Josh Taylor, like he said it. He get past Pedro Campa. He said he want Josh Taylor. He said he love that fight. He want that fight next type deal. So, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see how 140 going to shake out, because if he's focused and locked in, he makes that division a lot more interesting, if we being honest. You know what I'm saying? If there was the order of fight between him and O'Hara Davies, I wouldn't even be mad. I wouldn't. I mean, a couple losses don't mean you're unable to get another opportunity. You get what I'm saying? And I hope he continue to get opportunities. I hope he focused and locked in. Like I said, that's just good for boxing at the end of the day, and it's good for us because we get more entertaining fights. We got one more focused fighter that's going, give us good fights to watch. And I think he would beat O'Hara Davies in a competitive fight. And why I say competitive, I think he could potentially catch Davies, possibly, late in the fight. Because like I said, he see, and you saying the same thing. Face salute, my bro. He came right through saying the same thing I literally just said about Teofimo. I feel like he could stop him late, like as I was saying, because he has those defensive lapses in the fight where he don't fight and he don't throw punches, or he leave himself open. He seemed like the lights be on, but nobody be home. I seen him have that type of mentality in live action, and that's a bad state of mind to kind of be in when you got somebody on the other end of you trying to take your head off. You look like like I said, the lights on, but nobody home. It's like, what the hell you doing? It's like you know what I mean? You left out the house. You know what I'm saying? With the lights on and shit. You know what I'm saying? You just be out of it. And I've seen fighters be able to take advantage of that, and not just in the losses, not just in the 2 losses, and fights that he's won as well. Because remember, I don't know if y'all remember, O'Hara Davies, they was pushing him heavy early in his career. They were talking about the next fight at the Campa, but don't remember. I seen it online earlier. I would like to see Tio and Ryan. If Taylor wasn't moving up, that would be a good fight. And salute my bro Skywalker. As you just said, you just added that because that's exactly what Tio just said in one of his more recent interviews. He said, I'm focused on Campa, but I would love to fight. I would love Josh Taylor. Like, you know what I mean? They asked him who the top guy at 140. He said the guy with the most belts. So that's Taylor, right? So he's still top dog. He said he'd love that fight next. Like, but they said asked him something about AB at 140, and he gave AB his flowers. He didn't slight him. He said if that presents itself down the line or whatever, it makes sense, they'd work it out. He'd fight him. But he was saying he right now he on some other stuff. He want to, at the Pedro Campa, he would like Josh Taylor. He named Regis Prograis, I think Zepeda. Like, he naming those type of names. So, I'm just saying, like, hey, throw him in there. At least he talking the right way, but let's see how he move. Because, in sports, and especially in boxing, it's a lot of chatter going on, but it don't be the same energy when it's time to actually make that move and make the fight happen. But we gonna see. We gonna see. And again, if the WBA was to order this and make this fight between Josh Taylor and O'Hara Davies, I'll watch it. O'Hara Davies is some very long ass arms. I'm telling you, that's a long arm dude. Salute to my brother Skills, Mr. New Orleans in the flesh himself. What's good with it, Brody? Appreciate you sliding through. Give Tio Barboza facts, Skywalker. Give him one of those fights that we already was like hoping that y'all was gonna give him. Know what I'm saying? Barboza is definitely one. I would love to see that. Ryan, fight won't do nothing for Tio, honestly, but that's just my opinion. It'll give him some added fans, bro. It'll hit you, maybe a couple TikToks fans and stuff like that. Some the teenage crowd, you know what I'm saying? A couple high schoolers, you know what I'm saying? Maybe some spoiled kids with money. Some of Ryan fan base, because that'll hurt Ryan if he beat his ass. People saying Ryan can stop Teo easy. I'm tired of Ryan fans. Yeah, that easy word is like y'all trying to make it seem like he's head and shoulders above. Like Teofimo is a better, more polished and proven fighter, much more proven, fought more quality opposition. Is not even that close to me. Like he's easily better than Ryan Garcia. Yeah, it won't do nothing for Teo, but it will sell. Take his facts. It'll give him some bragging rights. There's something to talk about a little bit. I would think Teo for fighting Ryan and beating him. Just saying, yeah, facts. Whoever beat him, I'm going to appreciate that because maybe he going to simmer down. T20, my bro, salute to you. Appreciate you for sliding through. Yeah, bro, I'm serious. This report that IFL, I seen them report this, and they sourced Dan Rafael saying like the WBA is possibly looking to order this fight between O'Hara Davies and Teofimo if he's to be able to get past Pedro Campa. Not only that, that'll be a final eliminator as well. You know what I'm saying? Flossie, my bad, bro. You just popped in my head with the eliminator. Salute to my bro Flossie if you still in the building. I feel like I ain't salute you when you act because you asked about an eliminator. YB, what's good with it, Brody? Appreciate you sliding through. How you feeling? Yeah. And again, because I know Dan Rafael, sometimes his sources be shaky. That's why I put rumor mill, and I ain't passing this as a fact, but this is something I wanted to come chop it up about. Maybe they change their tune later on, but yeah, they saying the WBA is looking to order a fight if Teo get past Pedro Campa tomorrow night. They looking to order a fight between Teofimo and O'Hara Davies. For real. But you know, like I said, the last interview that I personally watched from Teo was the other day. And they asked him who's still the top dog at 140. Like I was saying, he said Josh Taylor's still the man with the most belts. So he said that's the fight he won next. If he get past Campa, he want Josh Taylor. So I appreciate his energy because Teo was saying the right shit. He said Taylor. He mentioned Regis Prograde. That was a little shocker. The Progrades, but he ain't mentioning it like, you know, I want Prograde, but that's where his mind is at. That's the upper echelon of 140. So I could appreciate that being something he's sharing with us. But if he don't move like what he's talking, then I'm gonna be on his ass for it because I don't want to hear O'Hara lost challenge with Josh Taylor. Like, yeah, you know what? Actually, T20, guess who else he lost to after getting stopped by Josh Taylor? Josh Taylor stopped him, O'Hara Davies, in 2017, the 7th round. He dropped him in the 3rd, dropped him in the 7th with a right, and they waved that off. TKO'd him. O'Hara Davies won 3 fights in a row. Then he fought Jack Catterall. Jack Catterall dominated O'Hara Davies. Beat him unanimous decision, 12 round. Dominated him. Since then, since losing to Catterall, that was 2018, I believe, when he lost to Catterall. Yeah, 2018. That was in October when he lost to Jack Catterall. And then since then, he riding like a 6-fight win streak. Now, I mean, he got over a 65%. He got over a 65% KO ratio. You know what I'm saying? Remember betting on that Josh Taylor versus Davies fight? Yeah, man. Remember that was around the time I think he was talking shit to Floyd and he got his ass beat. You know what I mean? Taylor was beating his ass. Not gonna lie, facts. He was whooping that boy ass. Johnny Q, salute to you, my bro. Appreciate you for stopping through. How y'all feeling? Appreciate the family. Y'all smash the like button for you, boy. We're gonna rock out a little bit longer. Hey, my bad, Tim. Tim, appreciate you in that cash app, my bro. Appreciate that 100%. Yeah, but I just got done arguing with somebody. Not arguing, but somebody's trying to tell me Shakur Stevenson ducked Navarrete. You know I wasn't going for none of that. We won't be putting no jackets on Shakur Stevenson. It will be no fellow Jersey and New Jersey slander with my boy Shakur misquoting shit and posting that shit thinking ain't nobody gonna catch it. Talking about he ducked Navarrete at 26. Get your ass out of here. But salute to my bro Johnny Q with time to Tevin fight. Let me look it up. Anybody got that information right off top? My bro Clarence McLean, what's good? What is C, man? Appreciate you, my bro. TWT, you already know. Salute to the family. Shakur Duck and who? That's why I said, he said Shakur Duck Navarrete at 126. Then his explanation was it because when he won a title, he vacated the title like 2 weeks later to duck him. I said, damn, yo, like y'all be willing to say anything to discredit a fighter. The next person that say Shakur Stevenson ducked somebody, I'm making a live about you, just you and your comment for 20 minutes straight. Like, get your ass out of there. I hate misleading. Like, he ain't got to be your favorite fighter because he one of mine. And it ain't just because he's from Jersey and I'm from Jersey. It's just he's a hell of a fighter. If you going to start putting jackets on fighters, put them on the right fighters. Put the right jacket on the right fighters. That man ain't never ducked nobody. That's all I be saying. I ain't saying he could beat any and everybody, but he ain't ducking no smoke. That man is the smoke. When you are the smoke, you don't duck no smoke. Shakur Stevenson is the smoke. Yeah, hell no, he ain't ducking him. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, people ain't in a rush to fight him. He's like that. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers, from what I heard clearly, like, it was supposed to happen for, matter of fact, this 23rd date that he got, with Kensei Sal, they was trying to negotiate Navarrete and him at 1:30 for that date. And they couldn't come to negotiations. I seen Shakur Stevenson said somewhere that Navarrete priced itself out. And then my thing is this is how you be knowing sometimes that fighters, and I ain't saying they don't have backups. I'm not saying that. But this is how you be knowing sometimes fighters don't be having an intent to fight somebody else, because the minute that they knew that wasn't happening, the negotiations stalled so quick, like just as quick as I heard about Navarrete and Shakur, because I had reported on it just as I heard about it, it was dead. They shot that shit down immediately, like hours upon that. When I seen that, I think it was like the next day, but it wasn't no full 24 hours. That shit was already dead in the water. And already his replacement opponent is supposed to be some dude, Eduardo Baez or something. And it was supposed to be for August 20th. I don't know if that's still on, but that was supposed to be it. Everybody get a boxing lesson from him. I'm just saying, like, I'm not saying everybody gonna beat him, but he ain't ducking nobody. Don't do that. Don't put the duck card on him. I give all credit where it's due, but don't put the duck card on him. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, God body salute, my bro. Appreciate you for sliding through. Bro, the betting lines for farming is weak. Yeah, right. Because they know they too big. Texas was good, family. Salute to you. Appreciate you for stopping through. Ashley, salute, Queen. Appreciate you for stopping through. How you feeling? So can you admit Bud is pricing out? She come in with, all right, Ash, y'all be asking, right? Let me hit him. But yeah, something going on with that. You get what I'm saying? Salute, Dave. Appreciate you for sliding through, my bro. How you feeling? I don't know if you subbed or not, but if not, you know, sub to the channel. Hit that like button, my bro. If you already sub, welcome to the family, and I appreciate you. You already know, friends, or how many of us had friends. Oh man, you stupid, yeah. Oh man, she crazy. She come right in with it. Yeah, Shakur, Duck, Gary Russell. Oh shit, damn, D Free. God damn. I would have never mind seeing that though. But you know what? You know why I always felt okay about that? Because I think I did, if I'm not mistaken. I heard Gary Russell have an interview and he was saying, like, out of the people that he would be interested in fighting, he felt like Shakur, if that really came to it, that would be the guy. Like a Shorty, you know the word how Gary Russell talk. It was like, Shorty, I think Shorty be willing to get in there with me like that. He's saying basically like a lot of these other niggas is pussy. He said Tank pussy. Tank won't get in there with him, which I ain't about to get into that because, again, man, I always say this, man. I just want to see them fights for that man. But yeah, he was saying Shakur. He felt like Shakur get in there with him. Navarrete priced himself out because he want them bills paid when he get his ass beat. That's a fact. Yeah, show him play no games. We got to be, though. We got to hold him accountable. That's a good fight. Which fight, Fate? My bad. Pardon me. I lost track of which fight you talking about, Fate. Yeah, man. Yeah, but that should be crazy, man. And these people be in the comment sections with full-blown confidence, like, and they argue me down. He gonna call me a kid. Like, let's get back to like being respectful as men. Let's get back to like talking about this sport like men and not little fucking kids, man. I really mean that. Like, we be tripping too much. Like, so you can't have no type of dialogue with a typical person without some type of insult or something crazy being said. Yo, that's not real boxing talk. I just want y'all to know that. All that fake aggression don't be mean and shit, especially through the internet. People be just wasting their time. Learn to have dialogue. If you truly like the sport, be an asset of it by understanding the shit and learn how to dialogue with somebody. If somebody giving you good information, don't discredit that information because you going off a fucking rumor or something you think. You wish it was that way. Yeah. No, I know. Facts. And that would have been a hell of a fight, man. I hope he get whatever fight he want coming back. I'm going to always say that when I speak about, you feel me, Johnny? Come on, man. So I'm advocating for that. Let's get back to having productive boxing conversation. Like, you see the shit that took place on Knockout. See how BF and the good brother OTB did their thing. That's productive boxing conversation. Like, if you're in a debate mode, now it's a platform and a situation set up for you to go do all the debating you want. But understand this, for the people that don't get it, it's a fine line and a very big difference at the same time between debating and arguing. A lot of y'all motherfuckers be arguing, and with yourself. You know what I'm saying? For that matter, learn how to talk boxing and stop arguing all the time. Dad Russell Jr. said he was in his feelings. He said he want to get everyone in the same room and beat their ass. I don't know why this comment funny to me when you said beat their ass without gloves. So you know damn well Tank not scared of them. Tank ain't scared of nobody, man. I just like, and I'll be pumping that for all the fighters, unless you straight up show me that you cold, you cold choach. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna say you scary. Like, I don't believe dudes be spending this much time in boxing to be shook. You know what I mean? To be scary. Shakur Young, they acting like he pushing 30 and ducking. He literally went after the champ in school. And that's what I'm saying. They be tripping, bro. They be tripping. Like, and I ain't saying everybody gotta like them the way I like them. Like, it's fine, but just be real with it. That's all. I'm always realistic. You're never, no matter how much I like them, you're never gonna hear me get up here and lie for them. I will never. You can hold my feet to that fire. I will never do that. Demetrius Bright, what's good with it, my bro? Appreciate you for sliding through it. Oh yeah, Ash, I had to come on just a little earlier, man, just to get this out. Like, you get again, just to be active too, because I know I might see something else later that I might want to go back live for. So I just wanted to speak on this. O'Hara Davies and Teofimo. It'd be a cool fight. It'd be one people probably don't really want. But again, he's still testing the waters, getting his feet wet at 40. I mean, but at the same time, if he can fight one of those top dudes, and that's what he said he want, throw him in there, because he swear that's where he at. So yeah, facts. Only scary dude, Ron. I'm telling you, this is, if we really talking about ducking a little bit, I think Loma could have fought Dev before and didn't want to. This is my personal opinion. Fuck whatever happened. We all know the dropping of belts and all of this. I think he could have fought Dev before he didn't want to. I know Ryan Garcia could have fought Tank. He didn't want to. Teofimo seemed like he had an opportunity to fight Tank. I mean, Dev, they don't want to. Them dudes be a little shaky. They'll talk that shit, though. They'll talk it. Appreciate you, my bro. Appreciate you, Five. I don't want to get scared, but he'll talk it is my thing. Like, he'll talk it. Then when it's time to, like, actually put the action behind it, then he's fighting Pedro Campa. Like, what blew me for a second, like, remember I mentioned it was only like a couple things since he lost and came back and been getting his mind right. It's a couple of things that stood out to me that I didn't like. One was spending multiple interviews, or too much of the time in multiple interviews, talking about other fighters outside your current opponent. And then the other thing he said that was bogus to me was, maybe I'm the only guy to beat Tank. Tell me he got to come to top rank. Shut your ass up. You can't beat Tank. You can't beat Tank. He was about to little boy you when y'all sparring. I don't give a damn how young you was. When I seen them sparring, that what I took from that sparring session, Tank had confidence in his defense to try to slip whatever Tio was coming with without trying to hold. When Tank went offensive on Tio in that sparring, Tio ain't want no more problem. He almost got his ass clipped too. His pops was like, man, hey, get out of the way. Watch that left. Tank hit his ass with something else. He's like, box him. He's about to hurt that boy. Yeah, man. I mean, I'm trying, Lady Do. I'm trying. Tio Duck hang you for a reason if he didn't have fear in his heart. That's all I'm saying. Like, that's all I'm saying. And all right, again, with fear, it's like some hesitation. They know that you getting in there with Dad. Let's just say this. You can say what you want about the punching power or the lack thereof. You gotta get in there and at least fight. You gotta fuck him up. If you can't fuck him up, he gonna outbox you and embarrass you. And I don't think people be willing to take that chance all the time. They don't. Nah, he not, yo. I swear he don't move his head enough. Like, they be talking all this, don't move their head off the line. He move it sometimes, but I think Tank asleep Teofimo. I really do. Tio has bad habits defensively. Facts. And one is that shoulder roll shit that he be doing. I don't like it. The only person I ever like to shoulder roll on, pardon me, y'all. The only one I like to shoulder roll on right off the bat, y'all already know it's Floyd. Other than that, I don't want to see nobody doing that because everybody be getting their ass beat doing it. Tank was not gonna tear around. You get what I'm saying? Facts. See, Ash, that's all I be saying. You seeing what I'm saying, yo. Hit the weight on the punches, even when you block him. Tank he could move you. Like that shit, that's not fair. That's a dude. That's like having protection or something. He's still knocking you around. He's doing the same thing with Isaac Cruz. I was telling people. Kaboom. That's his style. There you go. My bro, Kaboom. Bro, what's good with it? What's good with you, bro? Appreciate you for stopping through. How you feeling? Yeah, man, Kaboom in here. But yeah, man, Tank a different dog, man. And again, ain't nothing wrong with calling that fighter a duck if that's something that they really are. Just be a duck. Like if you a duck, you know, if you quack and walk down, what's good with it, my bro? Appreciate you for sliding through. Well, salute to my UK brethren, man. Yes, sir, man. Legend. Oh yeah, I appreciate that. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate that. Somebody still in the comment section arguing about Shakur ducking Navarrete. I really don't like people that partially follow the sport and just say anything. Like people will really say anything in today's world because it ain't no accountability out here in the world. People just say anything. Yeah, and Lomachenko never lost. Like, come get the hell out of here. Shut up. Teofimo undefeated. No, the fuck he not. He lost. The hell y'all be talking about, Tank? As much to keep a high guard. Yeah, he has too much power. Yeah, he gonna punch through it. Or he going and body shots. Let's not even mention the shots up top. Them body shots. Those body shots do wonders, man. He be breaking shit down with them body shots. He's already a great fighter, but imagine if Tank just let his hands go. Motherfuckers would be scared of Tank. I mean, they still scared of him, but I get what you're saying. You mean like up his punch output? I think Tank is like that, and a good reason that he's like that is because he's just naturally he's a patient fighter. Like while he's a rare breed to me, because he has an exceptional amount of patience to have power like he do. You get what I'm saying? He never get like overly anxious too often at all, if at all. Now, I mean, if he do it slightly, Tank never. You get what I'm saying? He's always very in control of the situation and himself. Like, you know what I'm saying? He'll never let the fact that he has a lot of power change his approach or how he's fighting. You get what I'm saying? And I appreciate him for that. Like it's times like you be looking like, dang, let your hands go just a little bit more. But I think he really understands himself, and because he's like defensive minded as well as being offensive, you mix that with being patient, like he's responsible defensively, and you mix that with his patience and poise in the ring, you get the punch output, if that makes sense to y'all. Like, and I think that's why his punch output ain't super high. But like I said, special thing about Tank Davis is he really understands and knows himself. And he said it before, like the difference between him and average fighters is for him to start breaking you down, it ain't got to start from round one up into the knockout. It's just whatever round he hit that switch, close the gap distance, get his range and his timing, and he's able to hit you early, like often, or you know what I mean? Then that's when it starts for you. And it's like before you know it, you knocked out. So it's like he don't need 6-7 rounds of full punishment to get you out of there in 6-7 rounds. You get what I'm saying? He just need to be able to constantly touch you or hit you when he want, and see the shots, pick the shots that he want. He create them openings for himself by being patient and allowing his fighter, you know what I mean, the person he fighting to do, you know what I mean, throw their hands, and then he end up cracking some shit. TL say he undefeated. Yeah, he crazy. I don't know what's worse, the undefeated Ash or the 11 rounds to 2 that he won against Cambosis. I don't know. TL easily beat O'Hara. Yeah, he beat O'Hara. I thought the fight could be competitive. Why I say that? Because O'Hara Davies can box a little bit. He got some boxing ability, and he got some real long arms. I keep saying that I'm mad they ain't got his reach. I think he got like a 70-something inch reach, if I'm not mistaken. O'Hara Davies got some long arms, bro. Facts. And that's another good word, bro. I'm glad you brought that up. Calculated. That's an excellent way to describe Tank. He a calculated killer in the ring, bro. Calculated killer. Will Tank versus Shakur look like Canelo versus Beetle? Hell no. Hell no. Hell no, because they both far too athletic to ever look anything like what Canelo was looking. Part of the reason why Canelo looked as bad as he did in that Bivol fight, because I've told people this time and time again, I'm going to keep saying it until it become a reality, and I'm not wishing this on him. That man he has 61 fights. Think about all the fucking wear and tear, all those training camps, all the punishment over the years. I think athletically, he never was a super athlete to begin with, Canelo. But I think you got 61 fights into your career. You about 31 years old. You slowing down athletically, and he just not athletic enough to make that a better fight. If he was more athletic and had better like legs, faster feet, he would have been able to do a better job against Bivol. And he had a bad game plan. He just tried to go in there and blast him out, which was ridiculously dumb. How you got 60 fights? You fighting in your 61st fight, and you out there fighting like an amateur. That's something people don't be wanting to talk about too. That man was fighting like an amateur, bro. He was. That's fighting like an amateur. To blow your load when you are a unified pardon me, y'all. Undisputed champion at 168 pounds. You gonna get in the, which is, I always say the next fight of your career is always the biggest fight of your career. That's the biggest fight of your career to date. You get what I'm saying? And you get in there and blow your load in like 4 or 5 rounds because you throwing all hard arm punches. Why this man blocking you and beating you up, blocking stuff and beating you up. St. Louis, what's good with it, my bro? Appreciate you for sliding through. No joke. And yeah, it'll be a solid test for him. You know what I mean? Something that, throw him in there. Throw his ass in there. You don't think so, St. Louis? Throw his ass in there. Tio around here saying he was undisputed too. Yeah, somebody got to tell him to chill too, because it's pissing me off, man. I don't know if he aware of that. Don't say that no more, Teofimo. I just heard it too. I was undisputed. No, you wasn't, bro. No, you wasn't. You wasn't undisputed. What's wrong with you? You wasn't undisputed. Kambosos wasn't undisputed. Devin Haney is undisputed. Whether love it or hate it. Get out of here with that. He won't chill. Yeah, he be pissing me off, bro. That's the only thing about Tio that rubbed me the wrong way. Fully, like, and for the most part, this is mental. Like, bro, grow up, man. You 25, I believe he said now. Chill out. Just train, put the work in, focus, man, and add somebody to your training camp so you can get the most out of your career, bro. Don't go into these fights thinking you don't need nobody but your dad. I think he's sadly mistaken. You need to get his ass in there. You need to get some training. I don't even know where he need to go, but I advise him to go get some help from somebody. I was talking about Canelo Bivol. Oh yeah. Hell no, because they just too athletic as fighters. And despite what people saying, despite what people may think, remember that comment Shakur Stevenson said? He said, I probably get some hate for this. But he said, if I was in Canelo, I believe if me and Canelo was in the same weight class, I'll beat him. On everything I love, I believe him. I believe right now, and I know it's like they totally different weight classes, so you can't. I'm just talking off a skill set. We going off a skill set. Shakur Stevenson is a better fighter easily than Canelo Alvarez. He just, especially offensively, it's just, and defensively, like you name it. Say Shakur was 168 pounds with that skill set. He'd mop Canelo. It'd look like a Floyd Mayweather 2.0 kind of deal. Because that's those two things, having defense. You definitely got to have a chin, though, because he clip you, man. He could hurt you. You ain't got no chin. Canelo get you out of there. There's his own world. Till needs to rein in. He's a bit, just reel it in a little bit, bro. And that's why I say he was focused for a minute. It's like a quiet T.O. to me is a focused T.O. You know what I'm saying? He's good for boxing. Yeah, no BS. Do you think maybe T.O. actually has something wrong with him mentally? Like he really developed mentally challenged and not trying to be fine? Nah, I get why you say that. Nah, I just think I think these dudes are still immature. I think he has the years and age. 25, he's 25, fresh 25, but I still think he's immature and he got some learning to do. And just for a second, like you say, we not being funny because we'll never do that. You just say, like, that people will say quick as hell, Tank slow. He can't talk for himself. I be seeing them comments. That should be pissing me off. Y'all be saying all this weird shit. Have y'all actually heard Tank talk? So you telling me when he talk, you hear a nigga that's slow when Tank talk? You talking bullshit. You lying. Give me more Tank talking. More Tank and less Ryan lying. Less lying Ryan and more Tank Davis talking. Give me that any day, bro. Tank is an intelligent dude, man. Just listen to him talk. And he's very aware of not only himself as a fighter, he's aware of the other challenges or, you know what I mean, or the threats that other fighters possess as well. And he understands, I think, the boxing game better than some of these young ones. Like, he's no clout chaser, no attention whore. Just think about it. He got the kind of fan base where he could be like I think the crowd that he's like, the fan base that he's built, and it been like the hip hop entertainment industry, has allowed him to be humble, where he's not chasing the attention and the pictures and trying to live that life, because he attracts that lifestyle naturally. like being around the biggest names. Like, look, just think about it. Yeah, we all seen Tank fights. You see the celebrities he able to bring out. He bring them people out. Like, I feel like the position he in is where other people be wanting to be in. You get what I'm saying? Where you could just have those people as friends and have those people as supporters. Like, everybody don't got that. The Tank is in a unique situation, but back to him, like, nah, I think Teo just immature. You know what I mean? And Tank is not only mature in the ring, he's mature outside the ring as well. He's been limiting him being in the headlines for the wrong reasons, which you just got to tip your hat to him. You know what I'm saying? Which is dope. Teo just need, you know what Teo really need? Somebody other than his dad telling him everything he do is great. Like, I understand it's going to be shit he probably get on him about. I'm telling you, yo, it's too much ass kissing over there and telling you how great your son is. That's not going to help him. All right, on the way up, I get it. Now y'all lost. So all that super great shit you talking, stop. Stop. Be more in touch with reality. Keep it real with your son. Go reach out for some extra help. Get this man some help in the ring. Get him a different vision. You know what I mean? Get somebody that got different insight to the boxing game that can actually improve on what your son already has naturally. I don't understand it. I don't understand. That camp is annoying to me, bro. It really is. Yeah, he'll wash him, yo. He'll wash him. I think T was just trying to disassociate from the situation so he could function. You know how you do that, Johnny Q, and you might be right. You know how you do that? You focus on your opponent and you put the work in and just be humble. Like he keep talking God, like I respect when people feel like they found God. That's cool. There's nothing wrong with that. But stop waiting till y'all lose and start talking about God in every other interview, bro, or every interview now. And there's nothing wrong with that, but you should have been like that before. Now, I ain't saying he never said thank God. I ain't saying that, but it's extra. It's always real extra when after they lose, they just pile it on God this, God that. It's like, he'll just throw that. Like, if you forget, you lose your train of thought in a live interview and kind of forget what you're going to say, just make a reference to God to get you out of that moment. If you get what I'm saying, people do that. I've seen them do it. I was just seen him doing a recent interview. He do that shit. So just be humble, focus, train hard. Show us that you the takeover instead of telling us. Show us that the takeover is still here. You expect him to do? He coming off a loss. He needs some kind of confidence. He walked that shit before. He's done a lot more than some chances out there. No cap. Yeah, but again, ain't nothing wrong with trash talking and none of that. But he coming off that loss. So I think he need to show us that he's learned from it. And to me, I'm not saying you don't be yourself no more. You get what I'm saying? Like a closed mouth dude, Teo gonna talk. But I think show us, like, stop, don't have that prospect energy when you claiming you a champion of the elite level. He be coming off like a prospect, him and his pops, over promoting. That's what they be doing. Something traumatic, just so like it didn't happen. Yeah, people do that. Yeah, and that's cool. If he willing to bury that situation, put it behind him, it's cool as long as he actually physically dealt with it and to be able to really put it behind him and move forward. I'm with you on that. If Shakur was, I want to see Canelo won't go anywhere near him. Facts, bro. Facts, all facts. Too many yes men around Teofimo. You see what I'm saying, Daryl? That's all I'm saying. You got mainly your pops telling you how great you are. That's all that you really have for the most part. Your pops is telling you how great of a fighter you are instead of really letting somebody from the outside really critique you. That father-son thing, like y'all ran it up. Y'all beat Loma. That father and son combo took y'all past Loma. Then you lost to Cambosis, which is not on the same level of Loma. You get my point? It's like you regressed. Y'all that relationship didn't run its course in terms of like you don't have to fire your father, but y'all peaked out. Y'all hit a peak. I don't see him, and I'm gonna be honest. Like, I had this as a question, man. It makes me question, bro. Like, is he really can he be world champion again? Like, you get what I'm saying? My bad, that's the wrong one. Can he really be the world champion again? And I meant to put that in the question. With his father under the, you know what I mean? His father being at the helm, I just don't know. He not in touch with reality, man. Like I don't know, his pops. I mean, like Teo seemed like the smarter guy out of them two, and the pops is the leader. You get what I'm saying? Like, so I don't know, man. I hope that this dude don't stagnate and damage his career by not willing to get some help. Like, remember, we was hearing that he might be going at Ray Noso or something, which I wouldn't definitely want to see. With the stuff that they got going, you don't need that. You don't need nothing that's gonna bring all this unnecessary attention to you. Let your fights do that. Don't let the team that you go and hire make more noise than your fights. And I think that's what Eddie Reynoso camp would do. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, I think that'd be more attention than he need, and it'd be the wrong kind of attention. Because right from the rip, you're going to have people saying, well, damn, look how many people left that camp. Look how many people tested positive for steroids, and now you going over there. That's already attention he don't need. Then you got Canelo as the guy over there. Like, let's be real. Who in the Reynoso, they focus on Canelo, man. They focus on Canelo, which is why, who else said they had to get out? I think Ryan tried to say that too. I think it's some truth on both sides, because I never think one person is telling 100% truth, especially in a relationship that ended up going sour. Both people had some self-accountability. No matter who shovels most of the blame, it's both of y'all fault. So I believe Canelo when he said Ryan wasn't putting in the work, because you see that reflect over in his fights. He don't look like he being proven because he don't seem to put the work in for real. Saying he not finishing workouts and not showing up for weeks and shit like that, that's believable. But then when you see how things work over there in that Canelo camp, he's the starter, cash cow, rightfully so. So everything goes through him. You get what I'm saying? So the focal point is Canelo. Canelo is Reynoso. You get what I'm saying? So I don't think that's a spot for a young fighter that's trying to rebound and put back together his career, get himself back to the top where he feel like he belong. Like, I don't think he need that unnecessary attention. And they even risk the possibility of you not getting the kind of help and attention that you would need in the Reynoso camp, because they got a big ass star in Canelo Alvarez over there that is going to be the focal point. Like, anything, all things through Canelo, like I said. So hopefully that don't happen. I don't want to see him go that route, because like I said, not to be redundant, it's just he don't need that attention. He don't need it. Like, especially when you're trying to build. Like, you know what I mean? You lost. You coming back. You lost to a guy you shouldn't have lost to. We get it. Ain't nobody washing their hands with you. I ain't done with him. Like I said, I like to – sometimes a loss could be a good thing, because then you could reassess your career, humble yourself just a tad. You can still talk your shit, but just a tad. Just don't be delusional. Talk realistically when you speak. Make people feel you when you speak. Like, know what I mean? Make your words account for something. He do too much babbling for me. Like, he need like I understand people don't want like PR people, but they need to invest in that. Like, because he do a lot of interviews where in the middle of him talking, it's just like he forget really what his point he's trying to make. And I'm telling you, his go-to be God. He just start doing that. I've been seeing it a lot lately. That's why I'm calling it. He don't be feeling like he don't be looking like or sounding like, should I say, from the sound of it, he don't be sounding like he know exactly what it is that he be wanting to say. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes. And he be getting wrapped up in his thoughts. Like, you know what I mean? Stop. Just let this stuff flow. Answer the questions as honestly as possible and stop looking for a great answer. You can hear that with Teofimo. When you listen to him talk, that's one thing I wanted to point out. You can hear that with him. You can hear it like you're looking for such the perfect response from there's no perfect response. No response you're going to give is going to be better than the truth. No response. Answer the question honestly and straightforward. Stop looking for to make a headline. It's like that's almost that theatric shit George Kambosos was doing with the shit with Devin Haney. Everything he said had to be like, bro. That's why Devin Haney snapped at one point like, bro, here we go. Just drop the act. Like, I felt him. He was annoyed as hell. Like, yo, this dude really won't stop. You can't just answer the question without trying to make it all heartfelt and sad. And back in my day, I fought with one glove on. Like, nobody want to hear that shit. Nobody want to hear that. Everybody struggle, bro. Ain't nobody want to hear that from you. And every question, he was trying to make it that type of deal. So just like that with Teofimo, like when he's asked questions a lot of times in these interviews, especially as of late, instead of just answering them straight up, you don't need no real perfect crazy answer. Just be straight up, bro. You be saying way too much, and then you get like wrapped up in your thoughts. And I'm telling you, y'all gonna catch it. Remember, I said it, his go-to. He gonna be like, "Hey, yo, God, all things do God." I'm telling you, watch, random as fuck. Watch he do it. I guarantee you, y'all could guarantee me if y'all pay attention to Teofimo, watch he do it, yo. He's gonna do it, bro. He talk too much. He be trying to like look for a perfect response. There isn't one. There's no response better than the truth, bro. Say what's in your heart, not what's up here to try to get people to, oh, did you hear it? Like, nah, bro, just talk your shit without making up shit. You're just not being 100. That's all I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm thinking it is. And again, that's just adding to my point. Like you're looking for something great to say instead of just being great. You either great or you not. Like, you can try, but it's a lot better if you just let that shit flow. Answer the question straight up. It's nothing. You don't need this Kambosos theatrical type approach with your interviews, bro. Like, we get it. You mature, we get it. But you ain't got to try to prove it. Just talk your talk without, you know what I mean, overselling it. That's all I'm saying. Don't oversell it, bro, because they be overselling shit. Don't oversell it, man. We get it. You know what I'm saying? Just be 100 with yourself and with the people. The people will rock with you because of it. You know what I'm saying? And that's all. That's one thing that'll help him, you know what I mean, down the stretch moving forward, man. Just be you first, man. Always you, never nobody else, man. And start like you know, some of the training videos I seen him release, you know what I mean, let me know that he was on top of his game and truly focused. Like, let that type of shit speak for yourself. Like, let your work speak. You don't have to get in front of the camera, because it's almost like a double down thing. Every time your dad is talking about you, you putting all the pressure in the world on you. You get what I'm saying? My son this, my son that. Like, and then it's like you get interviewed separately from him, and you almost double down because now you gonna talk. Ain't nothing wrong with being confident, but I'm just saying, just be in touch with reality when you speak, bro. Don't say BS, don't say nonsense just because the camera, you know, crammed up in front of your face. Just be real, and that's where he got to work on some, you know, just the things, the way he answered questions in the media, and fighters, and not just him in particular, fighters as a whole need to understand how not to answer questions that serve them no fucking purpose whatsoever. Like, I understand you be answering a question for the interviewer, but too often, like these interviewers, and they weak as hell, like on some fanboy shit, because it's like y'all get close to these fighters just to ask them about another fighter. Why are you asking a lightweight about a heavyweight? Why are you asking a junior middleweight about a welterweight? Like you get what I'm saying? Like, what's going on? Like, why you not asking him about his fight currently right now and what his future plans are or something like that? And I get it, you don't want to come off as redundant. You feel like everybody gonna ask, well, so be it. Because if I'm at a weight class and I got a big fight coming up, especially an undisputed fight, don't ask me about no other fighter and what they plans is. You be lucky if I don't snap on you for that, bro. How the hell am I supposed to know what that man want to do? Ask me about what I want to do. Like, I might not even know all the way what I want to do next. You gonna go ask me, well, what do you think Wilder should come back? Do you think he should come back, bro? Like, why do what I think matter? Like, about another man's career. You should want to hear what I think about my career and my fight coming up. You know what I'm saying? You think he's slicker than he really is. You don't realize we're gonna see how fake it is. That's all. That's all. Just leave the facade at home, bro. Leave the facade and the bravado at home. Take some of the bravado in the ring with you. You know what I'm saying? Because you might need it in there. But all that other shit, leave that persona, leave that shit home somewhere. We don't need that. We don't need that. You know what I'm saying? And being a takeover don't mean you got to talk a whole ton of shit every time. That's another thing. These people be having these nicknames and these like monikers or whatever you want to call it. Like, they got all these nicknames that they go by, and it's almost like alter egos. It's like, now y'all, every time, you get what I'm saying? He the takeover. So, get what I'm saying? Every time he behind a microphone and somebody asking him a question, you got to prove I'm the takeover. The takeover's back. Matter of fact, it never left. It's takeover this. It's like, bro, all right, man, we get it. We heard you all them other times. The takeover. Now get your ass in the ring tomorrow night and take over for real. You know what I'm saying? And you want to be the takeover, take over 140, because that'd be very impressive. You didn't do the work. He didn't do the kind of work at 35 that he think he did. That's the shit that be blowing me. He didn't do it. He didn't do the kind of work at 35 that he thought he did. You beat Loma. Like, you got some quality, you got some solid people on your resume. Don't get a mistake, but you beat Loma. You making it seem like you completely ran through the division on your way to the belts. No, the hell you didn't. My bad, y'all. So that's just me responding to dude I had to correct about Shakur Duck and Navarrete. Now, when I gave dude, it's crazy because the dude arguing back with me in the comments is not even the dude I was talking to. The dude that I was talking to ain't got no problem with what I just said. It's just be wanting to argue. Don't He ain't put no duck jacket on the young boy, man. You ain't gonna do that. I ain't letting you do that shit. You dig? But yeah, man, this live went longer than I expected, man. But I think nonetheless it was productive. It was a good one, man. I wanted to say I appreciate everybody for sliding through, coming to talk this boxing with me on this early Friday, man. As I wanted to get this little bit of news out before it changed to something else. But as y'all can see, if y'all need a source or y'all wanted to know where I had got this from, like I said, IFL TV posted it. They sourced Dan Rayfield. So, you know, I know his takes and some of his information been shaky. So this is why I listed this as a rumor mill. This is something I'm not going to pass along as fact, but I'm going to say the talks is out there, is in the air already. And they, you know, according to him, the WBA might order that as a final eliminator if he's to get past Pedro Campa tomorrow night, which I truly believe he will. Bruce Gas, hey, man, appreciate you, OG, for spending your time with me, man. I appreciate all y'all in the building for giving me y'all time today. I might come back with something else because it still is early, but I just wanted to make sure I got this out to you. Like I said, I expect Teo to shine tomorrow night. I don't think they put him in the ring with somebody that he couldn't beat. You get what I'm saying? And I understandably so, given what he just went through physically, outside the ring, personally. I think this is going to be a get-back fight for him. I think he's going to look impressive. If he really on his A game, I said stoppage might come maybe 8 to 10, maybe late if dude really have something to offer. If not, he out between 4 to 6. Y'all know my slogan. Yeah, you're a front runner, you got 4 to 6. You actually got something to offer and you come to fight, you might make it to 10. I mean 8 to 10. So I predict a later knockout. I say it's at the knockout to come after 6. If dude really got something to offer, man. But we gonna see. But it's my thoughts on it, man. It's all I got for now. I appreciate every last one of y'all in the building. Y'all smash the like button for your bro on the way out. And I'll be back later with another one. Until the next one, I'm out. Peace, my people.